watching News 3 Now at 5. A Madison man could soon face felonies that would put him in prison for the rest of his life if he's convicted. Late this afternoon, the sheriff recommending those charges against 30-year-old Eric Mehring.
Police think Mehring was drunk and speeding when he slammed into a car carrying 3 high school boys. We just spoke with the sheriff about this case, and Brady Mallory joins us now with what we learned. Brady?
Well, online court records show Eric Mehring only has a speeding ticket on his record in Wisconsin. But if the DA agrees with the sheriff, Mehring could soon face 10 felonies for the crash that killed those young men. Well, it happened late Saturday, October 2nd, along Mineral Point Road west of Middleton. Jack Miller, Evan Cradwell, and Simon Balesi died at the scene. And police believe Mehring was drunk and driving his 2016 Jaguar very fast when he smashed into the backside of the Chevy Cruze with those 3 boys inside. Late this afternoon, the sheriff recommended the district attorney charge Mehring with second-degree reckless homicide, homicide by intoxicated use of a car, homicide by negligent use of a car, and second-degree recklessly endangering safety.
This could have been prevented. There was a combination of not only alcohol, but a high rate of speed, which a combination together are absolutely, puts the overall public in danger, and that's what led to this incident.
Mehring is still in the hospital and has not been charged yet. It will be up to the DA to decide if Mehring will face all of those counts, some of them or others. Funeral services for the 3 high schoolers were this past weekend, and families held a celebration of life at Middleton High School on Sunday.
Brady, thank you. Statistics and headlines turned into reality for a Madison woman overnight. Someone stole her vehicle and pointed a gun at her first. That's the 3rd stolen car in a West Side neighborhood since late August. Brad Hamilton live tonight from Frosted Leaf Drive, where he spoke with a woman whose car was taken. Brad?
Well, Eric, Manisha DeHall says that she was just parking her car at her home behind me right here for the night when panic set in as a man pointed a gun at her and eventually stole her car.
Get out from your car. Get out from your car. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you first.
The terror is fresh in Manisha DeHall's mind, telling us about the gun pointed right at her. DeHall, who was a young mother, had just gotten home from work early Tuesday morning when someone in a silver Subaru pulled right up to her.
And I will die right here, and nobody will know that, my family will know after I die.
But thankfully, that person did not shoot. Instead, they grabbed Manisha, pulled her out of her Honda SUV, and took off with it. Police did chase the car down McKee Road, but ultimately stopped the chase near the Beltline. The State Patrol later spotted the car near Janesville, but lost it again. DeHall feels that the robbers took advantage of the situation and saw her as an easy target.
Like, I was alone and I was driving. Maybe that feel easy to, easy for them to just take my car.
But DeHall's story is unfortunately one that's become more common. In fact, this is the 3rd car reported stolen from District 7 since August 19th. According to MPD, stolen cars have been on the rise over the years, especially on the west side, going from 448 in 2017 to 749 last year. And so far this year, there are now 620 stolen cars reported citywide. It's a trend that DeHall herself wants to see stopped as soon as possible, and a good start would be to find whoever stole her SUV.
I want them caught, especially that guy who pointed a gun at my face.
Well, there is some good news. Manisha did get her Honda SUV back today, and Madison police, unfortunately, though, have not been able to name any suspects just yet. Reporting live in Madison tonight, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Brad, thank you. A coroner in Wyoming has announced how cross-country traveler Gabby Petito died.
We hereby find the cause and manner of death to be the cause, death by strangulation, and manner is homicide.
The 22-year-old woman's body was found last month near an undeveloped camping area in remote northern Wyoming, along the border of Grand Teton National Park. The coroner says her body was outside for 3 to 4 weeks before it was found. Petito disappeared during a cross-country road trip with her fiancé, Brian Laundrie. In August, police in Moab, Utah, stopped the couple after a passerby reported an altercation. Meanwhile, Laundrie is considered considered a person of interest in Petito's disappearance. He is still missing. And just like the Gabby Petito case, there are also high-profile missing persons cases in our area. On Thursday, we'll feature an interview with a local woman who is still looking for her missing son 17 years later. We'll have that story Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
2 people were injured when a car crashed into a power pole, causing it to fall and hit a bystander who was trying to help the driver. It happened on State Highway 69 south of Paoli. This is about 9:45 this morning. The driver of a car crossed the center line, hit the pole. A woman passing by stopped to help that driver when a semi driving through hit a wire attached to that pole, which caused the pole to snap and then hit the woman. She suffered possibly life-threatening injuries, while the driver of the car suffered only minor injuries. The semi-driver was not injured. The road was closed for over 4 hours while authorities investigated.
Madison police arrested a man after he allegedly tried shooting another person during an early morning altercation on Sunday. It happened in the 5800 block of Balsam Road after police received multiple reports of shots fired. The suspect, 43-year-old Toki Sol, was gone by the time police arrived. Law enforcement spotted his vehicle later, and they used less lethal rounds while trying to arrest him. He was not injured, but they found a loaded firearm when he was arrested. He was booked into the Dane County Jail on tentative charges of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, criminal damage to property, and a parole violation.
Cloudy and cooler out there. We could see some possible storms tomorrow. A look at your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Gary?
Even though it's been cloudy today, it's been mainly dry. Let's take a look at visible cloud tracking. You can see the big shield of clouds over Wisconsin. There's been clearing not too far to our south and west across Iowa and Illinois, but I don't think we're going to see much clearing tonight. We probably could see some areas of fog, but you can see almost no rain across our part of the Midwest. Now, tomorrow, we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk for a possibility for an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 60s, a couple of 50s up to the north, but the dew point temperatures are still in the mid 50s. So as temperatures drop to near those levels, we'll see some areas of fog form overnight. Right now, the only fog is in east central Wisconsin, closer to Lake Michigan. Look for a low tonight of about 55 with cloudy skies and some patchy fog. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms with the best chances in the afternoon and evening, the high at 68. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a prolonged period of dry weather beginning this weekend.
Gary, thank you. More than 15 years in the making, city leaders promise the Madison public market is coming, even though the pandemic and another recent vote complicated its timeline. Christina Laurie joins us with an update.
The city is currently using the old Fleet Services building here on First Street as a men's homeless shelter. It was planned as a temporary space, but since the city hasn't found a permanent location yet, that's left many people wondering if this will change plans for the public market once again.
And so we're in a position where we most likely can't start construction of the public market until next fall.
City of Madison Economic Development Director Matt Michalajowski says that hasn't changed ever since COVID pushed the project back another year. Now scheduled to open by the end of 2023, construction won't start until this time next year. That's why in the meantime, the city is able to continue using the site as a shelter.
So the timing should work out fine in that we can continue to use the First and Johnson Street property for a temporary men's homeless shelter for the next year, and then have the ability to provide new accommodations for a temporary men's homeless shelter for next winter when construction on the public market starts.
Ahead at 6, you'll hear from one of the market's 5 already announced permanent vendors, Melly Mel's Catering. And in the meantime, if you are interested in potentially becoming a permanent vendor yourself, you can learn more at the links I've posted on our website, channel3000.com. Reporting in Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Christina Laurie.
Christina, thank you. More than 7 million Americans have already received a Pfizer booster shot, and now an FDA advisory panel is getting ready to consider whether to approve boosters for the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines as well. Among the questions the experts are expected to address, how much vaccine should be in the Moderna booster? The drug maker says 50 micrograms, half of what was in the original 2 doses, should be enough. There are also questions on when people should get the Johnson & Johnson booster. The company submitted data for options at 2 months or 6 months after the original vaccination.
I think the FDA will look at this. Can you mix and match? Can you start with J&J and finish with either Moderna or Pfizer? The mix and match issues are also on the table.
The FDA is also considering whether to authorize emergency use for Merck's COVID-19 treatment that comes in a pill.
If you're looking to get a COVID shot or a Pfizer booster, you can do it now at the Alliant Energy Center. Starting today, Public Health Madison-Dane County planning a temporary vaccination clinic at the Arena building there. That clinic will be open Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Wednesday and Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Booster doses for some Americans, people in long-term care facilities, those 65 and older, and those 18 and older with underlying medical conditions, or if they work in fields with a high risk of exposure to COVID-19. Those were all approved by federal regulators last month. Right now, PHMDC can vaccinate 220 people a day, but they are ready to vaccinate more people if needed.
We have everything ready to go in case any more groups get authorized for their boosters, or 5 to 11 get authorized for their vaccinations. We are all set to go for when that happens, so we can expand to up to 1,000 vaccinations a day in this space.
This clinic is a walk-in, not a drive-up clinic. County health officials are encouraging people to schedule an appointment, but drop-ins will be accepted. Right now, there isn't a set end date, but they'll continue to offer vaccinations as long as there is a need.
And PHDMC says the state and county are seeing short supply of COVID rapid tests right now. County health officials say they are going to prioritize giving people who need to return to work or school the test. Those people who are traveling and want a test will not be prioritized.
Local doctors say getting a COVID vaccine is more reliable and durable immunity than infection-based immunity. Dr. Jeff Pothoff, Chief Quality Officer and Emergency Medicine Physician at UW Health, says originally doctors thought immunity from getting the virus was 6 months, but new studies show that might not be the case.
The best data would suggest that after natural infection with COVID-19, if you're more than 90 days out from that infection, your immunity is waning, and it's probably waning fast, and that means that you're at increased risk of getting reinfected if your COVID-19 infection was more than 90 days ago.
Now we have a list of places you can go to get the vaccine, including Alliant Energy Center. See the list at our website, channel3000.com. It is a must-win game for the Milwaukee Brewers right now, taking on Atlanta. Game 4 in the National League Divisional Playoff Series. The Braves lead the Brewers in the series 2-1. Eric Lauer pitching for the Brewers today. They've just gone to the top of the third. Brewers batting in a scoreless game. We'll have more on it coming up tonight. News 3 now at 6 in sports.
Thanksgiving is a little more than a month away, and the Goodman Community Center is opening registration for its annual Thanksgiving Basket Drive next week. This year's registration period will run from Monday, October 18th through Friday, October 29th. This will be the 33rd year the Goodman Community Center has helped people in the Madison area provide a full Thanksgiving meal for their home. This year, the organization is setting a goal to distribute 4,000 meals to local families, covering 25,000 Dane County residents.
Things that other people can do is they can help host a food drive or a financial drive to help us be able to purchase all the food that we need to feed these 4,000 families that we're going to register.
Those who wish to register for a basket can also do so at the website goodmancenter.org/Thanksgiving. Basket distribution will take place between Saturday, November 20th and Monday, November 22nd.
A longtime coach of the NFL out of the job. Why Raiders head coach John Gruden resigned last night. That story ahead at 5.
And a small plane crash in southeastern Wisconsin. What we know about what went wrong. We'll have that story coming up next hour on News 3 Now at 6.
On Wall Street, the Dow falling another 118 points in Tuesday trading. NASDAQ off more than 20. S&P loses 10.5. And we'll be right back.
Menards is your light bulb headquarters. Stop by our electrical department and find the perfect bulb for every part of your home. Brighten your garage or storage area with this 6,000 lumen 3-panel LED light bulb from GT Light. This super bright bulb includes 3 adjustable panels that shine light where it's needed most. Convert your current lighting to LED and save instantly. Right now, save 11% on all GT Light LED bulbs at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
Wisconsin Democrats introduce a bill that could improve infant and maternal mortality rates, how this will help people of color. And Dane County is low on rapid COVID tests. Find out why the supply is low and who should be using them. That's tonight at 6.
Attention Dish Network customers. WISC TV's agreement with Dish ends October 13th. If a new agreement isn't reached, your access to local news and CBS programming will be eliminated. Learn more at channel3000.com. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Las Vegas Raiders head coach John Gruden has quit over a series of reported emails that use crude language against gays, blacks, and women. In one email, Gruden allegedly called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell a homophobic slur and a, quote, clueless anti-football expletive. He also said Goodell should not have pressured then Rams head coach Jeff Fisher to draft, quote, queers, a reference to Michael Sam, the first openly gay player to be drafted by an NFL team. In a statement announcing his resignation, Gruden said in part, quote, I have resigned as head coach. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. Ken Belson, the New York Times, broke the story.
This was a pattern of behavior, grown men talking like this with more than a wink and a nod. And that's pretty disturbing.
Now, the NFL was already investigating Gruden for racist language he allegedly used in an email to describe NFL Players Association Executive Director DeMaurice Smith.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti has your forecast. Gary?
Well, today was a cloudy and dry day across southern Wisconsin. Temperatures continue their above normal trend. That's been the case for the entire month of October, actually going back to late September. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for another round of showers and thunderstorms, mainly tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. That's with a cold front that'll come through. Even behind the front, though, temperatures will only drop from the upper 60s tomorrow to the middle 60s on Thursday. So we'll continue with our mild weather trend. Now, as we head toward the weekend, temperatures will drop off a little bit. Saturday, we might not get out of the 50s, but we'll be back in the 60s early next week. And looking at dry weather from this weekend, pretty much through all of next week and maybe even farther out beyond that. As we look at Doppler track right now, even though we have plenty of clouds, there's almost not a drop of rain across Wisconsin. Some showers across Michigan. This is actually an upper level low pressure system spinning around northern Michigan that's starting to head off to the north and east. However, the next weather system already starting to develop some thunderstorms over parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. Those will head northeastward. Tonight, there's a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms into the western portions of Iowa, very similar to the system that we saw a couple of days ago. Severe weather in Oklahoma and Texas and down into Missouri and Kansas on Sunday night, and then yesterday it moved into the Midwest. Well, the activity from tonight will move northeastward into the Midwest for tomorrow with a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms, not as intense as the storm to the south and west, but as this comes through with a cold front, it's possible we could see a couple of isolated strong to severe thunderstorms, strong winds, and maybe an isolated tornado a possibility out of this. But at this point, the threat really depends on whether or not these storms can develop and intensify enough during the afternoon hours before the colder air moves in from the west. And you can see the fast movement of the storms means that there's not going to be a lot of precipitation associated with them, even through Friday morning, and that takes into account any showers that might occur late Thursday night into early Friday morning. We're probably only looking at about a 1/10 to a 1/4 of an inch of rain over southern Wisconsin. There might be a few areas that pick up a 1/2 inch to an inch in a heavier thunderstorm, but those places will be few and far between. This is the storm to the south and west. Severe thunderstorms will start erupting pretty quickly across parts of Oklahoma and Texas and then head northeastward. Winter storm on the north side of that storm system across the Rockies, the first big winter storm. Notice the jet stream dropping down, allowing the cold air to move out to the west, whereas much of the eastern 2/3 of the country, the upper level winds are from the southwest, and that keeps our temperatures warmer than normal. But you can see a band of showers, and the big event will be the strong to severe thunderstorms that develop out ahead of this trough of low pressure, probably over the next couple of hours in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles, and then head northeastward. But this warm front is just out to the west of us, so that'll keep our temperatures above normal for tomorrow. Meantime, out to the west, you can see the effect of the winter storm. Winter storm warnings in effect for parts of South Dakota into eastern Montana and much of Wyoming, and winter weather advisories around that. So that's going to stay out to the west of us. Our temperatures are not going to get that cold anytime soon. Our forecast for tomorrow calls for mostly cloudy skies. It'll be breezy and mild. We'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon and evening. The high temperature at 68. On future track beginning early tomorrow morning, notice will be dry at that point, but the scattered showers and thunderstorms move in from the south and west. Notice the coverage, spotty, so that's why the severe weather threat is kind of conditional as to whether or not the storms can get going. But behind the front, things clear out, and we'll be looking for quiet weather. And again, the rainfall amounts probably not going to amount to all that much. But as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, one last shot of showers from Thursday night into Friday morning, and then after that, we're looking at dry weather with a warm up early next week, a little bit of a cool down midweek, and then temperatures back around 60 toward the end of the week. Maybe the possibility for a little frost by early on Thursday morning. As we check out first warn traffic right now, not looking at too many problems. The Beltline right now moving pretty steadily in both directions, just a couple of minor slowdowns. Same thing with I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Beltline about 15 to 16 minutes either direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, 16 minutes. Downtown from Blair Street to Highway 19 in Sun Prairie is an 18-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Up next, how a package of bills could help future black mothers in Wisconsin. That story next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
At Humana, we believe your health care should evolve with you, and part of that evolution means choosing the right Medicare plan for you. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits, but you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and co-insurance, but you may pay higher premiums and still not get prescription drug coverage. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits. You get all this coverage for as low as a $0 monthly plan premium in many areas. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals and telehealth coverage with a $0 copay. So call or go online today and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan could save you money. Humana, a more human way to health care.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements.
We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Havish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starinbank.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. In Wisconsin, black infants are 3 times more likely to die before reaching their first birthday.
And that's a major reason why Madison Representative Sheila Stubbs introduced 6 bills today. Naomi Coles reports from the Capitol.
The bills seek to make health care more accessible for Black and Indigenous pregnant women. Historically, they face higher pregnancy mortality rates for both themselves and their babies. Representative Stubbs' legislation would provide at-home wellness visits for mothers within 7 days of having a baby. It would also repeal a law that's unique to Wisconsin and just a few other states that makes unmarried fathers pay back some of the Medicaid costs for birth.
Our mothers and our babies deserve to live. I believe the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. put it best when he said, and I quote, "Of all the forms of inequity, injustice in health care is the most shocking and inhumane."
According to state data, Wisconsin has the highest Black infant mortality rate in the country at 14.3%. Nationwide, Black mothers die of complications in childbirth between 2 and 3 times more than white women. Wisconsin congresswomen have introduced similar policy bills at a federal level. Earlier this year, Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin and Milwaukee Congresswoman Gwen Moore introduced companion bills in both the House and the Senate aimed at addressing these kinds of disparities. At the Capitol for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. First, take your rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop using the information and rating system on each bed. It's mattress shopping reinvented, plus mattress specials for every budget. And save big on our reclining sofas and chairs. On sale now, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Squeaky, creaky, leaky entry doors from big box stores should be ignored. Scott the window guy does entry doors. He can do yours and so much more.
We do entry doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available ProPower onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Important healthcare announcement.
If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
We've got a packed broadcast for you tonight. The shocking news from the coroner. Gabby Petito's cause of death, strangulation. As we learned, the 22-year-old's body was in the wilderness for weeks before her remains were discovered. Plus, have you been noticing higher prices at the grocery store and gas pump? Well, we speak with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen about whether those rising prices are here to stay. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
Well, it may be a warm fall here. Down south, they get a little snow. Their first of the season.
The snowplows were out last night in Flagstaff, Arizona, out west. While it may look like fall, beautiful orange, red, and yellow leaves started to fall in the breeze, and it feels like winter, with temperatures expected to get down into the teens over the next couple of days.
Of course, Gary will tell us that's up in the mountains down there in Flagstaff. They're used to that, right, Gary?
Yeah, it's kind of early in the season for them. There's another big winter storm out in Colorado and Wyoming, but the live view from the Edgewater Skycam, just lots of clouds here. WIC Skycam, not much sunshine mixing in there. Platteville, Queen Bee Radio Skycam, got to look hard for a peak in the clouds. Don't see one right now.
Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News for Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.